Hello beauty lovers, I'm back with you on part 2 high frequency device video, now we're going to talk about how to use it. So let me go over these electrodes first, just so you understand what they're designed for. Here we go. I'm going to pull most that I have. All right, so in case you see them, you know what they're for. So these are all the electrodes that I have and use, okay? And let's start with the most popular one, and that is the electrode that's called mushroom, because it looks like a mushroom. There you go. Okay, so sometimes in your kit or in your box, you will have just one type of mushroom electrode, okay? And sometimes two. Usually professional kits have two electrodes that are mushroom looking. Okay, one is larger, one is smaller. Again, we use the larger one for larger areas like back, shoulders, forehead, and the smaller is used for, medium areas like the face, or smaller areas where you want to use your high frequency. Okay, so this is your mushroom. Mushroom again is used overall the entire face or the entire area, and that's the one that I prefer. For me, I definitely want either one of my mushrooms or both of my mushrooms be argon and neon. That's for me in aesthetics, because I work with different clients. For you that are using it at home, you want to make sure that it's a proper gas in your electrode, okay, especially the one that you can use on the entire area. So that's your mushrooms. Now the next one I'm gonna pick is this is an electrode that's called a tongue electrode, because it kind of looks like a tongue. It's used for also all over. It's used for around the eyes, smaller areas. Again, make sure that it produces the right gas for your treatment. Okay, then we have a little what is it called? I think it's called a bend electrode, and it has like a little bowl to it. Okay, this is what we use. I don't know if you can see against my glove, but this is what we usually use to perform a sparkle method. So it's for local lesions. Okay, for local lesions. Remember, again, if you're using it on your breakouts has to be closed. They cannot be ruptured. All right, so that's for sparkle method. Then this is the tube electrode that we usually use for the indirect method. Remember, I told you in the overview is that, a lot of times we have our clients hold the electrode and we perform a massage on their skin. So this is what this electrode is for. Okay, again, not to say that you can't use it for direct method or in other methods. It's just, for convenience, the shape of the electrode is designed for such. And then we have our comb. So the comb is used for hair, obviously, right? Again, for hair loss, for thinning of the hair, and we use it just like a brush, brushing while the electrode is working, while the device is on. Okay, I love it. I use it in my hair treatments for my clients, and I use it on the dry hair, on a very clean scalp. Very important that the scalp is clean, free of oils, dirt, dust, products, and so on. So it's a lot more effective. So it has to be worked on a very clean scalp, dry hair. And you just brush it for about 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, brush it through the hair. Stimulates blood circulation, brings oxygen, kills bacteria. So it's really good option for those of you that are losing hair. So this is all for the type of electrodes that are out there. And now let's go over how to use it. Okay, so just for demo purposes, I'm going to start with my mushroom electrode. You're going to place it and lightly force it in to the handpiece. Okay, please be light. Just make sure you go until you can't go no more. Okay, so you get a good contact with the electricity. Then it usually has a plug to it, so you're going to plug it in and then turn it on. So before you turn on, decide what you're using it for and what you are intending to do with it. If you are picking, let's say I picked a mushroom electrode and I am wanting to glide it over my skin, make sure that you have a slip to it. And in this case, again, you can try to just roll it over your skin without anything. Or like I showed you in my other video, place a gauze over it and put a rubber band around it and use the gauze as your slip. What's important when you're using high frequency is that your skin is clean. Just like the scalp, the skin has to be clean and dry. So no makeup, no oils, no serums, no floral water, nothing needs to be on it. Okay, it's used on a very clean, dry skin. So when do we do it? If it's at home, we do it when we cleanse our skin, when we exfoliate our skin. Then you're just going to pat dry and then use your high frequency device. Okay, so before you start putting your products that are intended to nourish, moisturize, and so on, before you do all that, so in between your cleanser and your products, you're going to use your high frequency. If that happens in the morning, you know, and you need to leave the house, if you're doing it at night, so the same thing, you're going to make sure that your skin is completely clean, and then you're going to use your high frequency for about 2 to 3 minutes. It doesn't have to be long, only 2 to 3 minutes is enough. And then you're going to put your products on the skin for the night. So let's say the first thing I'm going to do is wrap my gauze around the electrode like so. Okay, so I'm going to turn it on. You can hear the sound. Okay, you can just tap on it. You don't have to wear gloves if you're at home. Okay, so, and you're going to start, so here's the thing. I would put my finger on it first and then put it on the skin. The reason being is when you put it directly on the skin, it can give you that little zap, like electricity zap, okay, just so it doesn't scare you or anything, but it's nothing intense or painful. So what I usually do is I allow my finger to touch it first, because the finger is less sensitive, and then I put it on my skin. Okay, so I'll lower the intensity so you can hear me. Okay, so what you're doing is you're kind of zigzagging through the skin, okay, and going over either the entire area or areas of concern. Okay, so areas of concern would be, in the case of argan, acne, inflammation. What you want to do, even though you have the gauze over it, remember I told you that the gauze is there serving two purposes. One, it gives you a slip, and the other one, it creates that layer of air, right, to distribute more ozone around. And you can smell it. It smells like metal. But when you're actually going over the skin, barely touch your skin. Very, very light. Okay, you don't have to press into it. Again, the more air there is between the electrode and your skin, the more ozone is generated and the more effective your treatment is. Okay, the same with anti-aging. You know, when you are doing a high frequency treatment for yourself for anti-aging purposes, you can turn the intensity up to where it's comfortable to you. You should feel a little bit of activity. You should feel a little bit of zapping feeling on your skin. Nothing should be uncomfortable. And go over your skin. Clean skin. This is going to help to stimulate blood circulation. So after high frequency, all the products that you put on, like serums, floral waters, moisturizers, are going to penetrate into the skin faster and better. Okay, this is actually a good prep before a facial massage. So for those of you that are professionals, you can actually perform high frequency as a part of your massage or before your facial massage to stimulate blood circulation, and the skin will be warmed and ready for your facial massage. Okay, how you take it off the skin is, again, you're going to place your finger on the electrode and then lift it off the skin, and then make sure you turn it off. Okay, and then start to take the electrode off. If you decide to do a sparkle method, then you're going to again put the electrode into the device while the device is off, and then turn on the device. Make sure you hear that buzzing sound. Always tap with your finger. If it's uncomfortable to your finger, if it's too much, then probably it will be uncomfortable for your face as well. It's your face, remember, so you don't want to experiment on your face. So tap it with your finger, and then you can put it on your skin. So it's a little too much for me. I don't want to cause any damage to my skin. So what I'm going to do, like if you have acne, you can go ahead, okay, this is more comfortable, tap it right on for no longer than 10 seconds if you can take it. I usually just split second, I try to tap it right on the acne lesion, and I take it off. So you don't want to do anything intense. It's just not necessary. It's enough for you to give it a boost, a little bit of boost. You can do it after you go over the entire face, just to kind of give it a boost for those lesions that are a little stubborn and have been there for a while, and you want to kill bacteria. Those are the lesions that are good for sparkling method. Okay, so I'm going to turn it off. And the same with the tongue electrode. You're going to push it in gently, turn it on, and then you can go around the eyes. Just close your eyes and massage around the eyes. It's again, it distributes gas, so you may want to just close your eyes while you're doing it if you're doing it on yourself, and massage around the eye area. Again, anything that you do around the eye area, unless it was designed to get close to the eyes, you always stay on the bone, on the orbital bone. Okay, so don't go too close to the eye. Okay, don't experiment. And the brush. The brush is excellent. I will turn it on a little bit, and what you want to do is you're just going to brush. You just brush through the hair. Again, it's done on the clean hair, clean scalp, and gentle. It's a gentle massage. It feels very good and relaxing, and that's all you're doing. You're just going around. I do it for about maybe 5 minutes. Again, it doesn't have to be for a long time. And brush around your hair. Put it to a comfortable intensity. Doesn't have to hurt. You just have to feel a little bit of a buzzing and activity through the electrode, and that's it. For about 5 minutes, no more, is enough. How often do we use high frequency? For those of you that have a problem skin, you can use it as often as every day, okay, just for a couple of minutes. But if as a maintenance, you know, a couple of times a week, maybe 2-3 times a week, when you decide to give yourself a facial, you can use high frequency prior to applying a mask. So think of it that way. Because of the because of what high frequency does, you want to use it prior to any product that you're trying to absorb into the skin, because this method or this treatment will help you to do that. Okay, so right after you're cleansing and exfoliating, you're using your high frequency, and then turn it off and then start to penetrate whatever products, whether it's a mask, serum, moisturizer, and do it in the massaging way. Spend a little more time going over the skin than usual when you're using your high frequency with it. It will help you with the skin glow, the skin health. So it's a great tool. It's a great tool to have at home or in the room when estheticians are doing your facial. So I hope you enjoyed it. Questions on the bottom, subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you again for other videos. Take care.